Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Omega and Byzantium. So the turn is 2949 here, 5810 BC, and we are one turn away from copper working. Our empire is doing good, but I want to start speaking a bit about something else that pertains to the fact why we now have 198 gold in surplus, which is a standard surplus that we now have. And that is the question who we have as a leader. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open the, where is it, Foreign Advisor? Foreign Advisor. You can see here that our leader is Basil and that he is industrious, financial, expansive, and a populist. And the fact that he is financial is a new thing. You can see here that we have national culture of 451,484, but we have the dynamic leaders on, which means that our leader has been upgraded to level 1, giving us an extra trade, and I took the financial one. I'm going to explain in a second what that means. So if I could, where is the Civilopedia? Because I'm always having a bit of a, well, let's get there using the trusted way. So you can check your leaders here. You have various leaders. We have started with Basil, and Basil gets the industrious, he gets the expansive, and he gets the populist traits as a starting thing. So if you check, you can see that he has more production, +1 on all plots with 7 or more production. He gets extra per city, extra per citizen, slaves, engineers, great engineers, android workers, settled slaves, settled citizens. Then a huge amount of extra buildings give us some extra production. But he's having a bit of a penalty to financial income from everyone. He has faster build improvements from workers, extra upgrade rate for certain tile improvements, and gets some extra modifiers to speed and extra research. However, our citizens produce more squalor, both when it comes to air and water pollution. Expansive gives you extra food and production in all cities, flat bonus of 1 to food and production, but it gives you a malus to science. So as you can see, it is always give and take. So we get more production and less money, more growth but less science, and populist gives you more happiness but even less science. So we're somewhere like -10 science, I think, compared to others, which is amazing considering that we are the technological leader. Yes, and you can see that citizens actually lower, okay, they lower crime, but they also lower education, and we get some lowered civic upkeep. So we are working on that pretty well. Now, you can upgrade these traits as you go on, but instead of upgrading one of the traits that I already had, I decided to take the, what was the not the industrious, wait, I forgot what it was called, let me check, wait, civics, no, not civics, foreign advisor, it is financial one, okay, financial one, meaning that we now have an extra trade, and this trade is giving us financial. Here it is, financial 1. So we get additional happiness per city. We get extra money from merchants, great merchants, extra income per city, extra income per specialist, extra money from citizens, slaves, and settled citizens, extra bonus money in capital, extra birth rate to our great people, bonus towards great merchant, increased anarchy time, lowered experience points for all new units, lowered defense, lowered espionage. Our cities require more food to grow. We lowered the civic upkeep though, and maintenance cost is also lowered. And we get a bunch of research and production bonuses. Now you can upgrade these. As you can see, I could go to financial 2 when we, well, get 10 times more Damn, 10 times more culture. Holy hell, that is something. So here you see that it jumps up to 4 per city. We get extra production from nobles, and so on and so on. So we could have either improved one of our, pardon me, one of our original traits, or went with the financial. And I decided to go with the financial because in 51 turns we are going to get the final increase in difficulty. And I think we'll be fine in all accounts with the exception of money. I think money is going to be a drag, so that's why I went with that. So I hope this answers the question. A couple of people have already asked about the leader, and now that we had a new trait for our leader, I decided it would be a good time to speak about that. Apart from that, we are doing great. We are working on a workboat in Adrianople. A lot of cities are going to grow in the upcoming turns. Well, not in the east, but in the west. Thessaloniki, Adrianople, Patra are pretty close, even Vadena, so that's going to be good. We ran out of things to build again, which kind of sucks, but I'm thinking that we might prepare for the settling of the new city. I already built a tame donkey here as a breeding pair for the new port, and I think we might eventually just build the druiding missionary and the settler. Just prepare them. We're not gonna settle for now, but once in those 51 turns we see what kind of shape we are, we might just go ahead and do it. So let's now stop talking and start listening to the new technology of copper working, which I believe is from the original Civ. Okay, so we are the most cultured civilization in the world. Interesting.
The brightest crowns that are worn in heaven have been tried and smelted and polished and glorified through the furnace of tribulation.
Okay, so that's not what I expected. I guess copper working is not then coming from the original Civ. So Stone Tool Maker unfortunately gets a huge hit from this one. You can see that our income has dropped by 19 or something. No, not 19, 14 or 12 maybe. I don't remember what the number was exactly. But we dropped. Yeah, it's probably 12, one from every city. But Thatch Cutters get more production now. And we get a number of new buildings and also new units. Nice. We are finally going to be able to improve our pointy sticks to spearmen. Oh, we get the javelin here. Is that an upgrade to the Atlatist? I'm hoping it is. Then a bunch of culturally dependent units. Okay, as far as buildings go, we also obsoleted a lot of our. I think we had the Monteverde. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, we can now build Cahokia Mounds, which is a world wonder. The National Smelter, okay, that's a national wonder, gives... I so hate the fire risk. We keep getting buildings burned down even as it is, so these plus 10 fire risk things are just out of the question as far as, as far as I'm concerned, because I just don't want to keep burning things down. A copper mine, that is good. Smelter copper, okay, good. Mine for zinc, that would give us a zinc ore. And then a lot of extra cultures. Cool. And we get improvements, copper ingots, copper wires, and zinc ore. Copper wires, is that from the smelter? No, that produces copper ingots. And the smelter, no. Okay, so I'm not sure where the copper wires are coming from. I guess we are missing something here. I've already... Okay, let me just check here. Can we build... what could I build here in Adrianople? You can... the wheelwright... Actually, let's focus on these. Okay. So I have already... Okay, congratulations, you have gained access to your copper resource. Good. But we already expected that. So what I was trying to desperately say is that I have already scheduled a couple new buildings, couple new technologies that we're gonna go after. which is Masonry. Masonry is going to be great because it upgrades our early quarry to quarry. We can now build hamlets, and cottages that we built can upgrade. We can now build stone watchtower once we get it, that is. Mining camp gets an extra... Does it get an extra boost? It does, yeah. With Mason... Oh, wow, that's going to be good. I didn't even realize that. So Masonry is going to be really, really good. And... Wait, that's not what I wanted. And it's going to give us quite a lot of extra things. Reveals bricks. Enables city-states. Okay, so we get a new civic. So I didn't even realize that. And garrison 4. And it gives us a bunch of new buildings that we are going to enjoy. Especially, I'm looking forward to the White House, but also the quarries are going to be good for us. Then we're going to go for leadworking, because that is something that I kind of like. It's going to give us a penalty to stone tools maker, unfortunately, but it enables other buildings we can build instead. And after that, we are going to go for plow, because that's a big growth technology. Farm is getting a flat 1 food bonus. We get extra farms here that we can build in our cities, which is amazing based on the resources around it. Same way as, for example, orchards work. And then irrigation, which gives additional bonus of 1 to farm. Allows us to spread irrigation, which means we can build farms in any place we want, not only adjacent to the rivers. And it gives us additional farming buildings here. So that is pretty cool. Unfortunately, the downside is that this one takes 34 turns, this one takes 39 turns, because these are fairly expensive ones. So after we're done with that, I'm going to go back to exploration, negotiation, and then trade, because those are also pretty good. Especially the trade gives you quite a big bonus. Wow, it actually gives a trade route per city. Well, I said this yesterday, so sorry if I'm surprised by things that I should know. It goes harems, but that's fine. We get instant happiness from harems. A jade merchant gives bonus money. Winery gives bonus money. Orchard gives bonus money. Mushroom gatherer, lumberjack, hamlets. So this is really a building that will boost our economy. And again, we get a bunch of buildings. Unfortunately, there are also some negative things coming from this big technology, like black markets. There is shoplifting and soliciting. So we need to make sure that our crime is in order before we get this. And we can get disease diphtheria. Okay, so again, funny things, more things happening. But you get, tapestry makers and market. Market is actually really good. You can see that it starts getting quite a lot of bonuses from resources that you have. You can get caravan posts and bazaars and grocers. So pretty good things in our future. So I'll be back in 22 turns once we get the masonry. I'll have to go around. Okay, you actually don't get anything, but I think we might be able to start building the spearman. No, you don't have access to copper. That's interesting. So that's, well, I'll have to check how that works. Turn 2975, year 5648 BC, and we are 1 turn away from masonry, which is good because quite a lot of things need to change. We're running out of things to build. That's why you can see that Patra is building a settler. That's why you can see that Vodena is building the Assyrian culture. And that's why you can see that Constantinople is building the animal trainer. However, the animal trainer deer is actually pretty good. It gives only 1 extra production and 1 extra sites, but it will give Constantinople an extra trade route, which I believe is pretty good because it increases, well, food production and gold income. But I'm pretty sure that as we are going to go forward, it's going to mean that we get more and more from trade. Other than that, I'm really happy. We are at 189 gold weaver, nearly at a surplus of 200, but it dropped a bit because we constructed some things that actually cost money, like watchtowers and stuff like that. We have the workboats here working on the coral reef because we are finally getting a bit more into the sea. But I'm happy to report that most of our cities are actually starting to move towards the less useful tiles, which means that soon we will start turning on several of the specialists that we have gone through. I'm looking forward to that, seeing how it's gonna work, and we're gonna move a bit into city management part of the game, which is, you know, kinda cool. We've been managing cities here since the beginning, but I have to say I'm kinda happy. The settler is going to move here where we have the druidic missionary and the team donkey, and just hold there until we pass turn 3000 and see what's gonna hit us. But as you know, Masonry is going to give us a new civic apart from all of the other things, so that might actually change quite a lot of things. I think it gives the city-state or something.
It is from their foes, not their friends, that cities learn the lesson of building high walls.
Okay, so Masonry obsoletes log bridge, palisade, and housing, grass huts, that is, and allows early quarry to upgrade to quarry, great. Allows cottage to upgrade to hamlet, awesome. Allows wooden watchtower to upgrade to stone watchtower, awesome. And we can now build quarry, hamlets directly, stone watchtowers, mining camps. Mining camps get a bonus of, wow, 2 production and 2 gold. I'm always shocked by this. Moai gets a bonus, and we get a ton of building. Apart from other, we get an arena, nice, that replaces fighting pit. Okay, that is worth it because it gives also happiness and culture. More than it did before. Brick Mason, which provides us with bricks. We get Fortified Outpost, which replaces Frontier Outpost. Good. Adjacent enemy units get extra penalties. We get extra defense. Really, really nice. We get a cellar with alcohol and cheese. I don't think we have either, but we finally get the White House, so I hope that's going to activate in our cities. We get a mine for onyx, obsidian quarry, marble quarry. We get a stone bridge. Wow, that actually gives a lot of bonuses. That is nice. That's another upgrade to the log bridge. Stone quarry. We get ziggurats. Requires polytheism. Okay. Town well. Oh, nice. First building that is lowering the fire risk. Nice. So we get, well, it has a maintenance, but -5 fire risk is awesome. We get walls, regular walls, not the earth wall, but regular walls. Awesome. Warehouse, wow, there's so many things. Even a fish pen reward. And then we get a couple of things. But wasn't this supposed to give us... I found this... Oh, it does. It enables city-states. Good. I was wondering about that. Okay, so we can move from rule of obedience to the rule of city-states. So obedience, units have extra chance to capture and have a lowered chance to avoid capture. We get a penalty of 2% to income, research and culture and capital, and allows construction of branding hut. Okay, and we get a bit of extra maintenance from distance to palace. City-states give us extra money, food and income from trade routes, extra money and culture in all cities, extra money, science, culture and spying in capital. We get extra military units production. Unfortunately, we get extra maintenance from distance to capital, but we get 15% free military unit upkeep, which gives us 80 free upkeep. Awesome. Cities with train units, trains plus percent as fast. What? Cities with construct buildings. I'm not sure what that means, but this is something that we really want. Unfortunately, we're gonna get a 9 turns worth of revolution here. Oh well. What we wouldn't do. But this is gonna significantly boost our income. I can feel it in my bones. And after anarchy, we are going to go with woodworking, which should take roughly, that's 17,700, yeah, roughly 30 turns. We can call it 35. Oh! We found natron. What the hell is natron? I'll have to check that. I don't know. I guess that's something that you need for bricks. Never heard the term before, but good. We can build a quarry here. Or a salt gatherer. But quarry will give us 4x. Wow, that is amazing. So anyway, I'll be back roughly at turn 3010 with news about income, news about the difficulty increase, and probably some first hamlets, because things are going to start upgrade here really fast. And the quarries, I don't know, do we have a quarry here? No, that is the salt processing and it upgrades to quarry. Oh, cool. I'm happy with this. So see you in roughly 35 turns with the anarchy, to 40 turns with, what was it, woodworking? Damn, I have a worse member than goldfish. Yeah, woodworking. So see you there. Turn 3013, year 5411 BC, and we are one turn away from woodworking. So the difficulty has increased to its final stage, Nightmare, and from now on the AI has all the bonuses it can get. So let's wish it good luck and see how we're gonna do. Now we can already see that Israel is weaker than us, but it is coming closer and closer to us. We had, about double of their strength a couple hundred turns ago. Now they got 3/5 of our score, so they might just go ahead and overtake us at a certain time. We're gonna see. I know these are not all the civs in the game, so we're gonna see. There should be a couple more that are very highly ranked. Now, for that matter, I have managed to sneak the Vodena Honored all the way down here to the south, and we are going to look around. Honolulu, the only city, this is Polynesia, right? Yeah, the only city of the Polynesia is super big. That's kind of interesting. The way the terrain affects you, they got all of these farms. Yeah, no wonder they're growing as crazy. I mean, they're not as big as we are, but they're probably the next best thing. So what I'm going to do with the scouts here is I want to find the rest of the civilizations. There is a bunch of them down beyond this ridge. So we'll see. There's a lot of place there. So let's hope that's gonna be fine. Now, once the difficulty has increased, we lost roughly 120 gold. So I decided that we are going to do the next city now. So we are now at 12 cities, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Ladikea ad Licum is our 12th city. It's going to be a major, massive port on the western side of our continent, or you could consider that northwest of the continent, but it's a direct access for us to the Western Sea. Now I found it just a couple of turns ago, but you can see it already increased the border, so it gets access to all of these sea tiles, and as we have done our homework, it has access to number of improved tiles, which will speed up its growth. We are well into construction. At this point, it already finished the alpha male, it finished the driftwood gatherer, the flint gatherer, and now it's working on the grass gatherer, and it's going to continue on that route for quite some time. It's getting, as a reminder to you, the bonfire, the chief's hut, and a couple more here, granary, monument, and tablet maker from the national wonders that we have. Speaking of what we have, Patra and Vodena has increased last turn to population 9, Adrianople still 8, Thessaloniki 8, but Antioch is now 6. Yeah. Okay, so Antioch was 6, but I wanted to mention that Ancyra, Trebizond, and Nicomedia are close to growing. I was kind of hoping that we would be on the mark, but no. Our chiefdom now has 20,050 people. I was really rooting for even 20,000, but I mean, you cannot be happy all the time, can you? We've improved the number of places around the map. You can see that more farms have started popping up because we're preparing for the irrigation and the plow, which are going to help us. We got some quarries here finally, which increase our industrial production, meaning that Constantinople itself has 185 industrial production. It could build a couple of culture buildings here, but we finally have stuff to build here, so it's currently working on the ice house and cellar, which are going to store additional 6% every time we grow the city. So that's gonna be, I think we're getting 20 from the grain reserve, so that would be, well, a quarter of the food stored. Then we're gonna go with the brick mason, the fortified outpost, palace walls, and arena, and then whatever comes from the woodworking. By the way, someone mentioned in the comments, and I thank you for that, that the woodworking and all of these smelting buildings really do add up as far as pollution goes, and there will be some really big detrimental effects to our stability if we don't look into that carefully. So I need to keep that in mind. We should now have the bronze or the copper wares here, but I don't see that. I think we still need something, but I'm not sure what. Tonewell. We're still missing something. What is it? Do I see the copper? I don't think it's copper spearman, it's just a regular spearman, right? Here we have a Mopiuri spearman, but that's weird. They should be here. Okay, so here is the sacred band. Here's the phalanx. Requires bronze wares or copper wares or iron wares, which we do not have? Really? I thought that we had those. Copper ore. That's weird. Don't we have? I thought we had a copper smelter done. Wait, am I in the wrong? Oh, I think I might be in the wrong. No, I'm in the correct city. So wait, what happened here? We built a smelter, I'm pretty sure. Now I'm confused because it just occurred to me that we wanted to build that. So we should have the copper ingots, but we don't. That is weird. I'll have to check that, but is there another building here? House walls? Nope. Shearing barn. Okay, I think we're missing something here. Cellar, brick mason, arena. That is weird. I thought that we... Oh, was that in Patra? No. We... Copper. Nope, that had to be down there. Well, that's weird. I am positive that I built the necessary buildings for this, but I obviously didn't. Well, never mind. I guess that's, that can wait for another time. So, let's go ahead and end the turn and get into woodworking. And I'll try to not go crazy here thinking about how I built a building that's not there.
Poor is the power of the lead that becomes bullets compared to the power of the hot metal that becomes types.
Okay, so woodworking, oh yeah, it killed our stone tool maker. Great, so we dropped into 25 deficit per turn, but I mean, considering we have 9,073 gold, we will be fine. Still, that was quite a hit. National Smelter of Lead, Smith Lead, Mine Cinnabar, and Smelter Lead. Okay, which actually tells me that I should check Smelter Copper. Yeah, we have the Smelter Copper here, which provides us with copper ingots Okay. Mine copper. Copper ingots are needed for stuff. So do we have the copper ingots or we don't? Okay, I don't see them here, and that is the... Oh, wait, they might be somewhere else. They would be here. Ah, we do have copper ingots. Okay. So copper ingots are needed for what? Buildings enabled smith. Okay, smith bronze. Smith copper requires forge. Ah, requires metal casting. Okay, so we still need copper. Yeah, we need copper wares to be able to build. Okay, okay, I misread that. So what do we need for the spearmen and the other copper equipped units is the smelter, which is going to come when we research metal casting, which is here. Yep, this one allows the smith for copper. Okay, so we're missing a bit of the chain. We got someone who can create the copper ingots, but if we want to actually do something with our units, we will need the metal casting. So I'm debating that it might be best if we go for metal casting now. Oh, hey, we actually had some... Oh yeah, we had probably from some event 3,000 stored. So we're gonna go with metal casting, then we're gonna go with plow and irrigation, after which we are going to come back to oil lamps. That is going to be a horrifying... Yeah, that's an upgrade to torches, but a horrifying risk to your cities. Then we can go for trade and oil lamps. I think that sounds pretty good. Okay, so metal casting will be next, which will allow us to get what we need. Constantinople itself has no new buildings. That is fine. For the next 25 turns, we're just going to continue improving here. I kind of like the fact that Constantinople gets an additional defensive building called Palace Walls, which gives additional 40% defense because, you know, you wall in your palace. So right now, the walls will give us 20 extra percent, and the palace walls will give us extra 30, so that's extra 50. So Constantinople is definitely going to get over 100. It's going to be somewhere at like 109, and that will make it pretty much impenetrable. Speaking of which, we need an archer unit for the city of Laodicea at Lycum. It's going to take me a while to remember that. Okay, so we're going to continue as if nothing happened. Metal casting is coming in next. We're going to scout the southern territories. I'm hoping that when I come in 25 turns, I'm going to have some news about that. We are going to try to develop this city. We're going to build probably a couple more defensive units for the south western border, because that one seems to be pretty bad way defended, and we might actually put someone in here as well. I don't like... Well, there's a city right here of Babylon, which is a new thing, so that might be protecting us inadvertently without actually realizing what they're doing. And Trebizond is gonna... Yeah, you have some really nice nice tiles. This one will be, you know, just amazing once we get them. So getting them to population 3 and 4 would be a big thing for us. You still gotta... Wow, you have a bunch of buildings that you can get. What about the swap? Okay, butchery will give you extra 5. So I think we don't really need... Do we? What's your crime? -100 for the air. You definitely don't need these things. You need butchery, because that is going to give you additional 1/4 of your growth. And I mean, then you can go with something like the candy shop, or... Well, harems are not gonna do us much good. They're gonna be obsolete very soon, so let's just throw in these things and make sure that those help. Herding dog trainer, okay. So we got quite a lot of extra food here for the city. Once it gets to was free. I'm hoping that they're gonna take this tile. They should, and then we can put this one on. And the city is going to be marvelous. So, thank you very much for joining me. We have just grown to 12 cities. Further growth is unlikely because, well, I mean, once these cities develop fully, we're going to be definitely somewhere in really nice numbers again. But founding the 13th city, I mean, even the happiness is starting to get really... Yeah, okay, so you just get flat 4 for every extra city, so that is good. But we would need an, increase our income by roughly 125. And that's not going to happen, I don't think, anyway. So, see you in the next episode tomorrow, hopefully.